Hello, Flosstube. I'm coming from you once again from the throne room. You can tell by my towels back there. uh, I started this to record this video and I didn't push the record button. So anyway, it's been about a week or so since last time I did an update. And I was itching to do an update because I have a new finish. Start and finish, my little stoneware kitty pin pillow kit. I've said before, I'm kind of a monogamous stitcher. I do one project at a time, but and I had started the kitty and the piano kit that my nephew gave me for Christmas, but I had recently bought this and another design at when I was at the attic, and I couldn't wait to start this, even though it was on linen and it was 1/2 stitching, and I was kind of scared of it, but it came out pretty nice. Let me get a good picture of it there. And I had mentioned before that in some of my Flosstube posts, some of my Facebook posts, that some of the stitching, and this is the back, some of the stitching is done in my regular out and back fashion, and some of it is done 1X at a time. And you can't really tell on this side which is which. And it came with this variegated floss called Blackberry Jam, which is very pretty. It was a kind of a blue and going into dark blue, light blue and dark blue colors. But I don't think the variegation would have made any difference in whether I stitched it one way or the other, because it's sort of a line drawing rather than solid blocks of color. But it was nice. It came out nice. I haven't FFO'd it yet. I have 3 finishes that are waiting to be FFO'd. One of them has been waiting for months. My elephant, that's still not done. I still haven't done it. And Santa that I showed last time, that's finished but not FFO'd. I did buy some supplies to FFO things. I just don't really have a good place to sit and finish them the way I imagine them to be finished. I don't really have a good place to do that right now, so I'm just putting it off. I have the supplies, I just put it off. So the other things I did was I worked on my kitty on the piano kit some more, and you still can't tell what it is, but I did get a lot more done. So little by little it's coming along. And right now I'm just working with one shade of gray, and there's a ton of it, and there's a ton of another shade of gray, and so yeah, it's, gray and gray and gray. I think it's 3 different shades of gray, and then the white and black. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of ocular patience, if you will. And the other thing I did was I bought. Letitia, the crafty curator. Sorry, I'm keep bumping you. Had mentioned doing the, I think it was her, that mentioned the, doing a stitch along high T start, I guess, for this pattern, Daily Walk in the Woods, stitch along, and it's a bunch of trees. What does she call it? Pretty little trees. And I went ahead and bought it. It's not that I'm a big tree enthusiast or anything like that, and I kind of wish I had dyed my Aida cloth. It calls for Aida cloth, and there is a DMC threads in the chart. And I kind of wish I had dyed the DMC I used, or had picked a different piece, but I went through my stash and I had this, and I didn't dye it or anything like that, so it's just white. But I started in the middle of the design. So right now I'm, and this one here looks like a broccoli floret, doesn't it? But anyway, so I'm doing this tree that's in the center. But I started it on Sunday, March, whatever that was, the 5th. But I started, with this tree here in the middle. And so right now I'm working on, I think, this bottom part of the tree, this green. And then I will eventually do the trunk. And I'll probably do the trunk of, I think, a couple of other trees that are the same color of brown as this. But I think this tree is the only one that's this particular shade of green. But anyway, so I bought this chart, and I had most of the DMC threads that it calls for, except for one, and I will get to that saga in a minute, because I'm stupid. But anyway, I went to Hobby Lobby to get the thread that I was missing, and one of the threads, most of the threads they had there, except for one, which was number 15, which it's one of DMC's new colors. And I knew they wouldn't have it, but I went by there to see if they would have all the others, which they did. And while I was there, I didn't think to look in this other aisle, but my sister told me about it. That they have, at least the store that by my house, they have an aisle that has all the cross stitch stuff. And so there's various kits, and there's the supplies and everything else. And then in a separate aisle, they have books and booklets for all the different crafts. So I didn't know that aisle existed, but my sister said she was going to go look at the books. And so I went over there finally and looked at them. And they had cross-stitch booklets or whatever, like these, collections of different designs and stuff. And so I went ahead, and I bought this Christmas 50 Christmas designs. Like, I need some more Christmas designs. But I liked this little snowman hugging a little reindeer, little baby deer. Yeah, it's so cute. And I was looking actually for some snowman designs, because I want to do something for my older sister. She loves snowmen, and these are really cute. And you can always use Christmas designs for whatever. And then the other thing they had was this Let It Snow banner. And it looks to me like you can do any one of these separately, but you can do them all together to make a banner. But I like these little snowmen also, these here. And I couldn't decide between the two, whether I like this one better or the snowman or the reindeer or whatever better. And so since I couldn't decide, I got them both. So I bought this other thread and that I was missing, and except for the number 15, which I knew they wouldn't have. So I was talking to my sister. I said, well, we talked about going online and ordering it. So I did. I went to 123 Stitch to order the thread, and stupidly, because I'm stupid, I bought the thread, and I thought, well, it's only 52 cents. I don't want to spend postage for just the thread, and I should have just bought all the first 35 or whatever those threads are, and I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't. I bought another pattern. I think it's a La Di Da design. I can't even remember now. But it was on sale for $5, $6, something like that. So I bought that and the thread, and so the total wasn't very much, and with shipping and everything. And then, after I placed the order, about I don't know, a few hours later, I thought, well, stupid. I'm stupid. I should have ordered the other colors. I just, didn't think. So I'm probably going to place another order and just order the other threads so that I would have them all. And I don't know what I was thinking that I didn't order them at the time when I could have. But anyway, so yeah, so I didn't order them. But I did get some other finishing supplies to FFO those, at least those two little ones, the little pin pillow kit and the Santa. I bought the supplies for them. I just have to get around to doing it. I'm terrible about FFOing stuff. I don't want to leave them undone. I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave them languishing, but right now they have been, or they will have been for quite a while. But so now I have two projects that I'm working on, and which is is unusual for me because, like I said I'm a more or less a monogamous stitcher, and so to have two projects going on, it's kind of like, I want to make sure that I get them both done. The daily walk in the woods thing is bigger. It's a big project, but the kitty and the piano is a complicated project because there's so much, like I said, gray on gray on gray. It's that it's harder for me to make sure that it's correct and it's done right. Excuse me, my cat is about to be naughty. Come here, Puck. Come here, sweetie. Everybody wants to see you. Here's my baby. He's very mad because I grabbed him from his appointed grounds. This is Puck. There's Big Kitty. Sorry, I had to do a bit of kitty kissing. As long as he's okay. He's very mad. Okay, so anyway, that was Puck. Anyway, so I'm trying not to be stupid, and I'm gonna probably order the rest of those threads. As long as I'm ordering stuff online, I might as well order the threads, right? So anyway, that's my update. I have another finish, and I'm still planning on FFOing those 3 projects, and I have two whips now, and so a few purchases. Just an update on the housing situation. My parents did indeed sell their house, and the house in Otuki that we're planning to buy is going to close soon. So it looks like my little sister just updated my older sister and I on some plans now. So it looks like my parents are going to be moving out of their house in Albuquerque at the end of March, and the house here in Otuki looks like it's going to close in the beginning of April, and we'll be moving by the end of April. So hopefully everything's going to work out, and I don't know what my stitching situation is going to look like once I move into the new house. I just don't know. Sorry, my cat tried to punch me. But anyway, I'm hoping that I'll be able to find a good stitching situation once we move into the new house, and that remains to be seen. But it's a couple months away, but I have to get packing. Anyway, so that's my update for this week. And I have I just looked at my list, and I have, I think, 25 subscribers, which is woohoo. Is an accomplishment for me. It makes me a little bit jealous to see other people with, like 3,000 subscribers, and, uh, lots and lots of, subscribers in the thousands. But I'm not exactly jealous, not really. It's amazing to me to see these people with, that have well over 1,000. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention was that cats, hey, 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 they're beating each other up. The other thing that I've been kind of stupid about is that, a lot of people have lovely giveaways. Some people do it every week. Some people do it as a milestone for their however many subscribers they have. If they hit 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or whatever. And the thing is that I've entered a couple of these little giveaway things, and the problem is that it's not that I expected to win anything. I don't think I have, but I don't always remember whose channel I said, I entered and said, oh yeah, I want to stitch the such and such sampler or whatever. I had to go back and look, because I've gotten kind of behind on my Flosstube watching, and so I haven't written down, like, which giveaways or whatever I might have entered. And some of them, I know I've watched the updates, and they've said, so and so won the such and such thing, and so yeah, I know I wasn't the winner of those. But some of them, I'm like, well, if I were to win something, would they be able to get a hold of me? Because some people, just announce in their videos, oh, so and so won the such and such, and please contact us, whatever. And if I didn't go back to watch it, I don't know if, I don't think I won, but like I said, I wouldn't know, I don't think, if I didn't go back and watch it. So that's another area where I have to be smarter and like maybe write down, which ones because I don't enter all the giveaway things, that people are doing. I don't necessarily enter them, but those that I have entered, I need to write them down, because because I'll forget which ones I've entered and which ones I haven't. That's not why I watch Flosstube, of course, but it's a nice little, bonus that many people have done, every now and then, and I need to be more mindful about what I'm doing. Anyway, so that was my update, and I want to say, about Flosstube, the many people have talked about, why make Flosstube videos and all that, and I think it is because, as others have mentioned, it's a way of connecting to other people. Cross stitch can be a very, very isolated kind of thing, where you don't have many people around you necessarily to share your enthusiasm with. And Flosstube is a great way of, reaching out to other people. That's what I thought immediately when I first started watching it last fall. Watching Flosstube was like, gosh, there's this whole other community out there of all these people doing stitching, and some of them are here in Arizona, like McKenna, and I think there's another lady who's here in the Phoenix area that I know of, and Marlene Stitching by the Lake is out, and Leslie, what is her name? I don't know what. the name of her channel is. But she's also, like, she's in the Fort Smith area in Arkansas. And Marlene talks about going into Little Rock every now and then, and that's where I used to live. And then I went to graduate school in Bloomington, Indiana, where Vonna is from. And so I feel this, connection to these places. Hey, I've been there. I used to live there. I know what they're talking about. What the area of the country they're talking about. And so yeah. So now it's a way of connecting to people that I may not have a physical connection with, but I have this cross-stitching connection with. And we're all enthusiastic about the same things, and so yeah, it's a way of connecting with people and finding that we have this other thing in common, that's not a common thing necessarily. It's not like all the millions of people who watch a television show or are enthusiastic about a singer or something like that. That's fairly common, those things are on television, those things are on the radio, those, everybody knows about them, whatever. But cross-stitching is kind of, we have our own celebrities, if you will, amongst us, but otherwise, it's kind of under the radar. Not everybody knows about everything about cross stitch, and so Flosstube is a way of kind of seeing what other people are doing, connecting to other people, saying, hey, I used to live there, and hey, I used to, I've done that pattern, and or whatever, and so we make a connection that way. And for me, it was a great way to realize there's a whole community out there of people that I didn't know anything about when I started. I kind of stumbled across Flosstube and stumbled across these people, and the more I watched it, the more enthusiastic about cross stitch I got. I sort of visited my first enthusiasm for the art, and in a way that I kind of had let it go by the wayside for a while. And so yeah, so it's almost like new and old at the same time for me, in that it's new in that I'm finding out about more patterns, more designers, more techniques, and old in that I know how to do this. I've been doing it for a while. And so so Flosstube for me is it's a way of connecting to the community, and I hope to continue doing these. Anyway, so that's my update, and you can find me at Elizabeth Martinez phantastitches. I don't know if one or the other will help you find my channel. But I hope that you will watch and subscribe. And in the meantime, happy stitching.